have not come here for entertainment. If you just wanted to pass time, then this moment would not have brought you here. There is something inside that is restless, something that has been hurt again and again. You trusted people, you opened the doors of your mind, you shared your thoughts, your dreams, your happiness, and what did you get in return? Hurt in words, insult in behavior, and regret in the end. Today, I have not come to tell you anything new. I have only come to show you what you see again and again but do not understand. This video is not for you to feel good, it is for you to relax. If you can listen to it till the end, then it is possible that for the first time in your life, you will be free from useless people. Very few people are able to understand that the biggest violence is not physical, it is mental. No one even touches you, yet something inside breaks. And all this happens because you have given importance to everyone. Listen carefully. Because what is said here can change the direction of your whole life. The biggest mistake of a human being is that he starts answering everyone. Someone says something and a storm rises inside. Someone looks down at you and you start feeling small. Have you ever thought, where did so much power come from? In other people's words? Power is not in words. Power is in your meditation. What you listen to is what hurts you. What you give importance to is what sits on top of you. Ignoring people is not an art because it is against the market. The society wants you to protest, fight, justify, prove that you are right, but the one who has learned not to answer every voice, he is truly liberated. Remember, ignoring is not cowardice. A coward is the one who gets hurt by everything. A brave one is the one who can choose who to let enter his mind and who not. Your mind is a door. If you let everyone in, then where will there be peace? And then you say people are very bad. No, people are what they are. The problem is not what people are. The problem is that you give importance to everyone more than necessary. When no one understands you, you still start explaining. When someone insults you, you still start clarifying. And then in the end, you sit alone and think, I was wrong. No, you are not wrong. You were just more than necessary. Listen, not everyone has the right to your energy. Not everyone is capable of getting the answer to your words. And not everyone needs to know what you think, what you feel, what plan you are making. Those who are empty from within, they live on the reaction of others. They will instigate, they will taunt, they will humiliate just so that you react. And the day you react, that day you have lost. To ignore means not to close your eyes. To ignore means to be aware, to see, to understand, and then to go into silence. Silence is very dangerous for those who want to control you, because there is no control in silence. If you stop answering everyone, then half the fights will end that day. If you stop taking everything to heart, then your mind will become light. And if you understand that every person's behavior is a reflection of his inner state, then you will never be hurt. Now stop here and ask yourself a question. Are the people who hurt you the most really so important, or did you give them importance? Remember, your peace is your biggest asset. And the one who takes it away, how can he be yours? Look at where you are giving unnecessary reactions. Write only one thing in your thoughts. I will not answer everyone now. This thought is not for me. It is for your unconsciousness. Assume that the loudest noise in life is not outside. The loudest noise is inside. Outsiders say that your mind keeps preparing answers inside. The same answer tires you. The same answer makes you restless. If you understand that every voice does not have the right to enter inside you, then half the burden will be off at that moment. You often assume that the person in front of you is speaking the truth. But most of the human behavior does not come from the truth, but comes from his ego. The one who is dissatisfied with himself is the one who hurts others. The one who is empty himself is the one who tries to attract the attention of others. And you become a part of that game without knowing it. See, some people humiliate you because your silence scares them, your progress makes them uncomfortable, your peace shows them a mirror. They want you to become restless like them, become unstable like them. And when you react, they win. Every person in your life does not behave the same with you. And you do not need to clear every misunderstanding. Some misunderstandings come to take out the wrong people from your life. Silence is not your shield, it is your sword. It saves you and raises you up. But use it only when there is clarity inside, not when there is fear. Often people think that ignoring someone means running away from them. They think that the one who does not face them is weak. But this is only superficial understanding. Running away and ignoring may seem similar, but from within both go in opposite directions. Running away comes from fear. Ignoring comes from clarity. When you run away, there is fear of defeat, of insult, of rejection. And when you ignore, there is a calm decision inside. It is not worthy of my time and energy. The difference between the two is the one which is between darkness and light. Have you ever seen? Some people stay away from every struggle but still remain restless because they are running away, they have not understood. And some people stand in front, see everything, understand everything, but still do not react. They are not running away, they have risen above. Ignoring begins when you accept that the solution to every problem is not communication. Some problems end only with distance, and this distance is physically less but mentally more. You can stay in the same room with someone and still ignore him. And you can stay away from someone but still remain entangled in his words. The real question is not of distance but of meditation. The one who runs away looks back again and again. The one who ignores moves ahead. When you run away, that person stays in your mind. When you ignore, he slowly starts to vanish. This vanishing is not cruelty, it is a natural process. Just as dry leaves fall on their own, similarly, those who are not suitable for your life, they themselves leave you if you do not hold them. Often you have been taught that every relationship should be fulfilled, but no one has told you that relationships are only fulfilled when life flows from both sides. Where you are only giving and the other person is only taking, there is no relationship, there is a burden. Ignoring that burden is like putting it down slowly, without any noise, without any announcement. And this is its beauty. You do not need to explain to anyone why you are making a distance now. The one who understands, he will understand without words. And the one who does not understand, he never came to understand. The one who runs away is broken from within. The one who ignores is attached from within. That is why if you ever feel that people are misunderstanding you, do not worry. The one who walks on the right path is initially misunderstood and breaks the bonds. Ignoring does not make you tough, it makes you clear. In toughness, compassion dies. In clarity, compassion becomes deeper. You can still be compassionate, you can still be loving, and yet you can ignore. This is not opposition, this is hypocrisy. Many times you will feel that if you remain silent, then the other person will win. But remember, victory and defeat are only in games. There is only balance in life, and the one who is balanced, he cannot lose to anyone. Your silence, your distance, your ignoring, all of these together create a new personality. A personality which cannot be motivated, which cannot be brought down, which cannot be dragged. And this is the state from where the real development begins. You no longer live with opposition, you live with peace. You no longer live with habit, you live with awareness. And when this happens, then life becomes light. Breath becomes deeper, mind becomes calm. Ignoring is not escape. This is the awakening state from where your soul was flying. When you start ignoring, then the first thing that changes is not outside but inside. Outside, people remain the same words, the same behavior, the same habits. But inside, something becomes stable. Like a storm has suddenly stopped, and with this stability, people start having problems. Because now you are not the same as before. Before you used to react immediately. Before there were questions in your eyes. Before your words were pure, not anymore. And this only, not anymore, makes many people uncomfortable. When you ignore, then some people will try to come closer. They will think that maybe you are angry, maybe you can be appeased, maybe you can be brought back to your old state. They will remind you how you were before, laughing, tolerating everything, but you know that all that was not easy, it was a habit. And when habits change, people get scared. Some people will call your ignorance as ego. Some people will call it arrogance. Some people will say that now you have become smarter. All these words are because of their fear, not because of your mistake. When you are not available, then people understand your value. When you are not available all the time, then people look for you. And when you are not available all the time, then people start listening to you. But remember, this change should not change you. Arrogance will gradually become your identity. Some people will come to you only when they need something. Earlier you used to give immediately. Now you stop, think, feel, and many times you do not say without realizing the crime. This is your real test. Not saying is not acceptance. No, saying is self-respect. When you learn this, then people either learn to respect you or leave you. Both the situations are liberating for you. Remember, after ignoring, the people who live with you are the real ones. The rest were just noise, and the noise gives you peace. In this situation, you may feel lonely many times, but that loneliness is not empty. It is filled with silence, and in that silence, you get your real company. You can still love, you can still be sensitive, but now you do not break. This is the balance. When you reach here, then life takes a new course. Without pushing, without pulling, just flow. And in this flow, for the first time, you realize that you are not less than anyone. You are not more than anyone. You are enough. And this being is enough. Slowly, slowly ignoring does not remain your strategy. It becomes your nature. It is no longer an effort. It is no longer a decision. It becomes your natural state. Like breathing, like blinking, like flowing a river. I say to you, when you lose courage, that's when you get a glimpse of yourself for the first time. When all the supports are lost, then you realize who you were standing on. Till now, you were on the shoulders of others, of praise, relationships, hopes, and you had understood it as life. It is not unfortunate to fall alone. It is an invitation to existence. But your mind calls it punishment. Why? Because the mind flourishes in the crowd. The soul is in solitude. The mind is the market. The soul is the sky. The market needs noise. Silence in the sky? Have you ever noticed? Why do you sleep at night? Because you leave everything. Name, identity, worry, plans. Everything becomes loose. Sleep is a small death. And every morning you come back. If you were afraid of sleep, then you would have gone mad. But you are afraid of death when it is also a deep sleep. When you lose courage, actually your lie is breaking. And if the lie breaks, there will be pain. When a seed bursts, he also feels that he is dying. He does not know. It is the beginning of a tree. You are stuck to the seed. That is why you are afraid of becoming a tree. There is a Jan story. A disciple came to the Guru and said, I feel lonely. The Guru laughed and sent him to sit in the cemetery for the whole night. The disciple kept trembling, kept fearing. When he returned in the morning, his eyes were calm. The Guru asked, how are you feeling now? He said, there was no one there. Fear was also mine. The Guru said, this is your loneliness, not an empty place. Your own mind. You say you are alone. No one is with you. I ask, when you were born, who came with you? And when you leave, who will go with you? This life is a fair in the middle. People meet and part in the fair. A sensible person enjoys the fair. He does not settle down thinking it is his home. Your sorrow is not from loneliness. The sorrow is that you do not know your own company. If you know how to sit with yourself, then the crowd of the world will not be an obstacle, and loneliness will also be a blessing. A Sufi fakir was sitting by the river. Someone asked, "What are you doing here alone?" The fakir said, "I am not alone, me and my God." The man laughed, "He cannot be seen." The fakir smiled, "You do not even see yourself, yet you believe that you are." When the courage breaks, you are honest for the first time. Because now there is no strength left to show off. You say, "I am tired." It is good. Now stop. The one who stops only sees. The one who runs only dusts. Why are you afraid? Because you have been taught to be strong. No one said, "Be aware." A strong person breaks. An aware person bows, flows, saves. The river does not fight the stone, it kisses it and leaves. You search for love so that loneliness disappears. That is why your love becomes a burden. You tell someone else, "Fulfill me." The other is also saying the same thing. Two beggars are fighting. There will be sound but no music. Love blooms when you are alone. A king asked a saint, "What is the greatest wealth?" The saint said, "Nothing." The king shocked. The saint said, "The one who has nothing, nothing can be taken away from him." You are afraid of losing because you have collected things, people, thoughts, images. The more you collect, the more you fear. When you are completely alone, then you have nothing to lose. And at that moment you are free. You think, "I am falling." I say, you are falling into the depth. The high ego likes the deep existence. The seed does not go up, it goes down into the darkness, into the soil, suddenly. Then one day the seed sprouts. Your mind will make noise. Do something, call someone, distract your attention. Just look, don't do anything. The one who wants to run, that is your mind. The one who is watching, that is you. There was an ordinary farmer. Every year the crop gets spoiled. He asked the saint, "Why with me?" The saint said, "Next time when the field dries up, look at it carefully." The farmer did. For the first time he saw the soil, saw the sky, heard his breath. The crop was still less, but he was calm. He said, "This time there was no sorrow." The saint said, "Not with the crop, but with your hope, there was sorrow." Your hopes break, so you say the courage is broken. Actually, your imaginations are broken. What is real, it never breaks because it was not made, it was there. Have you ever, without a mobile, without talking, without music, just quietly looked inside yourself? Are you scared? Why? There is no demon sitting there. It is just an unknown expanse. The mind calls it darkness. Meditation calls it sky. You are afraid of death. You are afraid of loneliness. You are afraid of silence. Why are you afraid of silence? Because among these three, you are not safe. Only being is safe. And more than being, you are attached to me. When the courage is broken next time, don't run away. Close your eyes and ask, who is it that is broken? The body, it keeps changing. The mind, it is new every moment. Then who? Look for it. This is the door to meditation. Loneliness is the door, not the wall. You think of it as a wall and cry. I say, push it, it will open. And remember, the existence never leaves you empty-handed. When it snatches everything, then it gives itself. But you are so entangled in things that you cannot recognize it. When everything is lost, just sit. Watch as you breathe. Watch as your thoughts rise and fall. As the sky watches the clouds, the sky never gets wet. You are also the sky, not the clouds. I say to you, when you are completely alone and you hear a voice from inside, I cannot do it anymore. At that moment, for the first time, you are born. Whatever was till now was made of the crowd. Your thoughts were not yours. Your dreams were borrowed. Your desires were the shadows of the society. You were not living, you were being lived. It is not bad to lose hope. When false hope is lost, true power is born. When a fake wall falls, the real sky is seen. You have seen when a small child is learning to walk, he falls, cries, then gets up. If he considered falling as an insult, he would never be able to walk. You fall and say, I am unsuccessful. Existence says you are learning. The difference is only in the vision. Once an old man was climbing a mountain. A young man said, Baba, you don't get tired? He laughed and said, when the body gets tired, I stop. When the mind gets tired, I see. When I get tired, then I disappear. Then who gets tired? Your problem is that you make every tiredness mine. You say, my heart is broken, or hope is broken. You say, I am alone. Are you alone? Or only that person is gone on whom you kept yourself? Truth never hurts. Attachment hurts, and attachment is not love. Attachment is fear of losing. When you really sit alone, without running, without picking up the mobile, without sending a message to anyone, first restlessness arises. The mind says, do something. For the first time, you can see the mind not as a master but as a servant. Just see, he jumps, makes stories, creates fear. You can say to him, okay, dance. I am watching. These are the feelings of a witness. A Sufi used to go to Darwesh city while dancing. People used to laugh. Someone asked, aren't you ashamed? He said, I am watching. The body is dancing. Why are you jealous? He was a witness inside. You also have to learn to be a witness of your sorrow. Don't learn to erase sorrow. Learn to see it. What is seen, it changes. What is suppressed, it becomes a deep poison. Have you noticed? When everyone goes to sleep at night, suddenly old sorrows come to mind. Why? Because you were running during the day. Night catches you. Silence catches you. Loneliness catches you. And you get scared. But I say, don't run. He is your guru. Buddha left the palace one night. Wife, child, happiness, prosperity, everything is behind. People say he gave up. I say he did not leave anything. He found himself who kept you away from himself. Giving up is not giving up, it is liberation. When you are alone, existence calls you to come inside. But you stand at the door crying, someone should catch me. You will not be caught. You will be allowed to fall. Because flying comes only after falling. When a baby is pushed from the nest for the first time, he feels his mother is cruel. Feathers open. Suddenly he realizes falling was the beginning of flying. The push in your life, betrayal, separation, failure, loneliness are giving you feathers, but you are still looking for a nest. You say, someone should understand me. First you understand yourself. You say, I want love. First you can sit with yourself. Create so much love. Loneliness is not a disease. It is not incompleteness. It is that empty bowl in which existence can fill with nectar, but you are sitting filled with pebbles. Noise, people, entertainment, talks, social world. Sometimes you are completely empty. You are afraid of being empty. Because ego dies there. Ego lives in the crowd. With comparison, identification, role, it starts to dissolve alone. That's why it scares you. You will be finished. Yes, the one who is fake will be finished. And the one who is real will appear for the first time. When you lose courage, just don't do so much. Sit down, see the breath, see the tiredness of the body, see the crying of the mind, see everyone passing like the clouds. You are not doing it, you are just watching. Slowly you will find a place inside which has never broken. Relationships are broken, schemes are broken, trust is broken, but the one who watches is not broken. He is your real center. Know him. Then loneliness will become meditation, will become the door of sorrow, and losing courage will be a blessing. You consider it a curse now. One day you will look back and say, thank you, that moment when I was alone, I was born from there. I say to you, the day you feel that nothing is left inside, that day for the first time there is a place for truth. A full vessel cannot take new water. You are full of sorrow, of complaints, of memories. Therefore, Existence empties you and you consider it an enemy. When someone close to you leaves, you say, "Look, I have lost my support." I ask you, was he really a support or did you make him an enemy? Love does not support. It sets you free. The one who ties you up is not love, it is a string of fear. Once a beggar was walking in the desert. His camel died. People said, "How will you live now?" The beggar laughed. The camel was still carrying me. Now I will burn myself. The one who leaves does not take away your strength. He brings out the hidden strength. You feel you are breaking. But is it really so? Look carefully. Sorrow is in the body, in the mind, in the emotions. But where is the seeker sad? If you were really sad, how would you be able to see him? What is being seen cannot be you. When you cannot sleep at night, you change your movements. The mind repeats old things. Some words, some face, some unhappiness. Have you ever seen that restlessness carefully? It rises like a wave and then falls by itself. You interfere in the middle, you make up a story. Why is it like this with me? The same story prolongs the pain. The pain is natural. Sorrow is a story. A man came to a Jain Guru crying, "My wife died." The Guru made tea. The man was surprised. The Guru said, "Sorrow is like tea, it is hot. If you hold it and sit, your hands will burn. If you look at it, it will fly away like steam." The man was silent for the first time. You are also holding your sorrow, as if that is your identity. If sorrow leaves, who will you be? This is the fear. That is why you do not let it go. In loneliness, you can hear your voice for the first time. That which was suppressed in the crowd, till now you have become what others wanted. Now when there is no one, you can ask, "What do I really want?" But this question is dangerous because its answer can change your whole life. There was a king who was always surrounded by music. A saint said, "One day, sit without music." The king became restless. "Sweat, fear, fear," the saint said. "You did not listen to music. You were running away from yourself. Till there is noise, you do not listen to yourself." Loneliness is the same silence in which your real voice takes birth. Your mind will say, "This emptiness will eat me." But have you ever seen the sky eating someone? Emptiness does not melt. It takes care of you. It does not erase you. It spreads you. Why do you get angry? Because you are empty from inside and you want to fill someone's body. Why is love weak? Because love comes from filling and not from emptiness. When you can be happy alone, then meeting you will be a celebration, not necessary. There was an old woman. Her son went away. She was crying. A saint said, "You love her because she was yours or because you are love." She became silent. Gradually she started feeding you. Her love spread. When love spreads, loneliness melts. You have been taught to stay in the crowd, to be successful, to prove. No one taught you. Stay silent. Look at yourself. Be a witness. That is why when life leaves you alone, you think you have been punished. No, you have been sent to school for the first time. Why are you afraid of silence? Because there you have no role. You are neither a father, nor a husband, nor a friend, nor successful, nor unsuccessful. There is only to be. And to be is so ordinary that ego does not like it. Death also does the same. It takes away all the roles. That is why you are afraid of death. But the one who has learned to stay alone has learned to die. And the one who has learned to die has learned to live. The next time you feel empty, do not rush to fill it. Feel it. Just as you feel hungry, you know this is a sign. Likewise, loneliness is a sign. It wants to take birth in you. Breathe. It comes, it goes, you are not bringing it, you are not stopping it. Life is decreasing. Similarly, sorrow comes, it goes. Thoughts come, they go. People come, they go. You remain a witness. Slowly you will find a place where there was never a crowd, there was never loneliness, there is only calmness. That is your home. As long as you keep searching for a home outside, you will keep breaking. When you find a home inside, the world becomes a shelter. Come, stay, go, and you keep smiling. So, when you lose courage, understand that an old structure is falling down. A new sky is about to open. You can cry, you can get tired, you can lie down. But don't run, because the one who runs returns from the door. The one who stops enters inside, and the one who is found inside cannot be touched by words, only silence smiles. Life does not break you, your grip breaks you, and the grip is the pain. When the fist is closed, there is pain. Open it, the air fills automatically, but you have made the fist your identity. When you feel that everything is meaningless, that is the moment. Till now, your meaning was borrowed from someone's love, from someone's acceptance, from someone's availability. Now, when all that is gone, you are standing before nothingness. And there is no greater guru than nothingness. You have been taught to become something. Existence is fluttering. Don't become something. Whatever you are, that is enough. Look at the trees. They do not compare. Look at the sky. It does not need an evidence. The river flows. There is no concern about any destination. It is only the human who asks every moment, am I right? Am I successful? Am I dear? These questions exhaust you. When you are alone, all these questions arise. It is good. Don't suppress them. Don't run away. Look at each one. I want respect. Why? Maybe in childhood love was given on conditions. Now you are asking the same from the world. No one should leave me. Why? Because the child inside is still insecure. Look at him. Don't run away. There is a Buddhist story. A beggar was sitting in meditation, but every time he got childhood memories, he got worried. Guru said, don't chase them away. Give them tea. The beggar did not understand. Guru said, whoever comes, welcome them. The one who is welcomed, he does not stay. And really the memories slowly melted like smoke. You fight with your own experiences. That is why they stay. You say, I have become weak. I say, the shield has fallen for the first time. Now the skin can touch the air. Yes, sensitivity will come. You will get hurt. But it is better than being alive. Have you ever noticed when you are in love, your heart becomes soft? When you are lonely, you make it hard. These walls make you lonely. Then you complain no one comes inside. You have closed the door. Loneliness sometimes comes to show you the walls. A young man went to a Sufi saint. My heart broke. The saint said, it is good for young people. The saint said, now the light can go inside. What is closed, that is the darkness. You consider your breaking as the end. Existence makes it a hole for light. The mind will always run in the future. What will happen next? How will I live? But have you seen, life is always happening now. The breath is now. The heartbeat is now. The experience of sorrow is now. The future is just a thought, not the reality. When you completely get into the present, the grip of sorrow becomes loose. Because sorrow is permanent. This happened. This will happen. The witness is beyond time. A farmer asked, how can I get peace? The saint said, wherever you are, be complete there. The farmer said, I am in the field. The saint laughed. The body is in the field, the mind is in the market, the memory is in the past, the imagination is in the future. Loneliness is the way to bring you back. To be united with the scattered. Your desires also exhaust you. One is fulfilled, the other is standing. The mind never says, that's it. That's why when life breaks your desire, you are sad. But that is rest. For the first time, the race stops. And stopping is the first step of meditation. Have you seen? When tears come, there is lightness inside. Why? Because something has flowed. When sorrow is lived completely, it ends. But you live half. You suppress half. That's why it keeps accumulating. When loneliness comes, cry, but keep looking at a corner inside. There is crying. This corner will not let you sink. Slowly, you will start recognizing. Experiences change, not the observer. This is your real foundation. If you know this, it becomes impossible to lose courage. Situations will move, but the center will remain calm, like even in a storm, the depth of the sea remains calm. Above, the waves are crazy. Below, silence. You are still stuck to the waves. I am reminding you of the depth. When next time emptiness arises inside, don't call it an enemy. Say it is welcome. Sit there. It will slowly take you to your center, and one day suddenly you will find what you thought was loneliness. It was your deepest companion. You were never alone. You were only away from yourself. Now the distance is decreasing, so you are restless. When the distance is complete, what is left is silence and bliss. Without reason, without support, without fear, I say to you, now the journey is not towards the end but towards the beginning. You thought you were living life, but you kept escaping from life. Now there is no place left to escape. So the truth is right in front of you, naked, calm, waiting. When everything is left, that is when you realize that what is left is you. The rest were clothes, names, relations, acquaintances. You thought the clothes were you. Now the existence has removed them. You tremble because it is not a habit to be naked. But this is your real form, without disguise, without story.